Hey everyone. About a year ago, I made a video called Peanut Butter Silt. It was the jar of peanut butter I used in my original opening decades old canned foods video. It was a jar of peanut butter from the 1980s. I opened it up on that video, showed what it looked like, but after I cleaned out the jar, I didn't want to ruin the awesome label, so I filled it up with water and forgot about it for like 4 months. It sat around so all the peanut butter could dissolve and I could clean it out easily. But when I came back to it, the bottom, there was like a layer of peanut butter. It settled down, and the liquid in the container became clear because everything settled, so it was peanut butter silt. I moved it around, and you could see I stirred it up, and it goes right back. But anyways, about a month ago, I opened up Kraft Marshmallow Cream, so now we have marshmallow cream silt on the bottom of this one. It's not as awesome as the other container, but that's not the point of this video. I want to know if anything grew in this. I want to take a drop of this stuff and put it on a microscope because that's brand new water. It's old product, but stuff lives in water. I want to mix all that stuff up, and I want to take a sample of this for the microscope. Let's see if any pressure built in this when I open it up. Let's see. Nope, no pressure of any type. That was probably a mistake putting the seal back on. You see that? Probably should not have put the seal on it. But I got my dropper. Let's look down a little bit. Put some of this in my dropper. And we're going to put a little of this onto a microscope slide so we can take a look. I'm going to dump out the rest of this stuff after. Is that a hole? Now it's a hole. And this is what we return to under the microscope. This is 100 times. Those round circles, those are just air bubbles trapped beneath the slide. 250 times, not much has changed. You can see just about the same stuff. But now we're going in 1,000 times. This is my first time ever looking at this, along with everyone else. And it appears that might be something moving around towards the left, but everything else is just current inside the slide, because you see there's something there like twitching. I think we might have life there, I don't know. When I see something like that, I just get too excited for it. It's probably just current. Okay, while we're looking at this kind of stuff, I'm going to show you the burgers that I have been keeping in jars. I showed these a while back. These burgers now are probably almost 3 months old from Burger King. This is the Impossible Burger, what it looks like. See, it's pretty nasty and it's all smushed down, because these burgers, when you buy them, they're all kind of nice because they're not off the dollar menu. They actually look pretty good. Personally, I didn't like the Impossible Burger. I think the regular burger tastes better. I don't think this tastes like a burger at all. And this is the other burger. See that in there? There's some weird stuff growing in there. Look, what is that thing growing? Looks like a zigzag line. But one good thing is the Impossible Burger rotted more. And I guess that would be a good thing, meaning the preservatives aren't as bad as this one. Also, some other things. People saying I'm cross-contaminating because I put some of the lettuce on this one because one of them didn't come with a lot of lettuce. Well, you got to think, when they were preparing these, they were probably being cross-contaminated anyways. It was actually on the news a little while back. People were trying to sue Burger King because they're cooking the Impossible Burger on the grill with the regular burgers in the same beef juices. You know, that's cross-contamination anyways. Look at that, we got some green mold in there, all kinds of things. Looks like it's all runny and nasty. Well, they're not hurting anything. They're locked in jars. I'm gonna let these sit around for a while. Look at this. What is that? Well, the vegetables, you know, are real from them. They rotted away real fast. Like today, this was an easy video doing this stuff here, so I'm just going to talk for a little while. This I'm just going to dump right down the drain, this nasty mess, because I did what I wanted to do. It didn't turn out how I wanted. I think I did see a few life forms in there. I don't know what they are. They look like single-celled things just moving around, because even if it was the current of the slide, that wouldn't cause them to zigzag back and forth like they did. But this was I can easily wipe this up. Some of my really nasty videos, like the decades-old food videos, those things take hours to clean up after. They're so disgusting. I have to make sure my pets are out of the room. I do this in a small room in the basement, away from the rest of the house, because it's nasty and it stinks. When I make one of those videos, I try to make a few other videos in the same day, because the cleanup is big. I replace the paper lining I use as a background. I wash the table. I dump it down the sink. I disinfect the sink, because you never know what could be growing in that stuff. It's really nasty stuff. It smells. You gotta make sure you clean up after it. Also, people have said that this sink is disgusting. You also gotta think, this is the basement of a house that is super old. This sink here is probably 70 years old. These stains don't come off. These are rust stains, because this is a basement. This is the hose going to a dehumidifier, so in the summer it has this rusty water that drips. People always ask me, why does this not clog when I put things down like that? Well, occasionally it does clog, but because of the system, I can easily just jam a snake down there. Let me show you why it doesn't clog. Like this is an old sink. Under here, this is what we got. Unlike a regular trap, you see it goes around like this. There's really no sharp corners, really, except these two, and a snake could easily get to that, but the amount of water pressure we have is tremendous, so it sends everything through. It goes right through there, and out the other side, goes right into the big pipe, and right to the septic. So there's really nothing in its way to clog it up. And everything I send down here is usually really mushy anyways, so no worries there. When I make one of these videos, I have to clean my shirt, everything up after. Most of my new videos, I wear safety glasses even by the sink, because when you're sending that stuff down, little droplets could get in your eyes, and that could screw you up in some way. There's all kinds of precautions I gotta take when I'm actually behind the scenes making these videos. I sanitize the sink. I bleach it when I'm done, because you don't know what kind of residue could be there. I have to clean up everything here. Above the sink, I wipe down all the surfaces, that kind of stuff. Especially in the wintertime, I will be uploading less, because these videos I can't make as often, because most of my products I find in estate sales, like in the basements of people's houses, but a lot of times the people throw out the old food, which is a big shame, because there is somebody out there that will buy absolutely anything. You shouldn't throw out any of that stuff. You should just tell people, like, don't eat this stuff in a certain pile of the house, because really old houses, you're going to find stuff like this, especially if the person lived there for 80 years. A few things are going to accumulate in the houses. But aside from estate sales, I get most of my stuff from somebody I know who wrecks and demolishes houses. Like, they find this stuff in there. This guy, he's the same guy who does a lot of the estate sales. He goes in there, like, to these really bad houses, and if he finds this stuff, he sells it to me. And some of the stuff isn't cheap, because this guy, He does that for a living. He does auctions and stuff. He knows what the stuff is worth. Sometimes it does cost me a lot of money to get. Sometimes it's cheap depending on the condition of the stuff. Like this here, the original video of me opening this stuff. A lot of stuff goes into these videos, and some of the videos can get kind of pricey. So that's also going to limit me from uploading as often. Hope this video was interesting. Thanks for watching.